On April 12th, 2025, the Libra full moon seeks to bring you balance. Balance, beauty, breakthroughs that come from love, harmony, feeling great, big new visions, big, beautiful spring bouncy energy. It's like a bouncy spring energy, and it's going to be really exciting. So today's Feng Shui is going to be quite galvanizing. It's very much moving forward and very romantic and beautiful and beautifying and luxurious and sensory rich. So let's get started. So first of all, on the day of this full moon, Venus, the planet of love and money and beauty and pleasure and all things that are sensory rich, is now going direct. So now that Venus is moving direct, it is time to say, what have I learned in the last 6 weeks about how I use and spend my money, about how I feel about beauty and empowerment, about how I feel about my own sense of self-love, how I feel about the relationships in my life or the love that I want. What clarity have you gained? This clarity is going to come in to your manifesting process in the months ahead. And it's going to be very powerful because we're in the midst of eclipse season. Energy is all shaken up and there's a lot of new things happening. Now, with Venus moving direct, of course, people find that there is now an expansion. You've learned all these lessons. You get this expansion of love, of beauty, of abundance, of all the things that are rich and luxurious and spectacular. And then also Mercury is direct and speeding up now. So we've got a lot of forward moving energy. In addition, we've got a lot of Aries energy still active. We've got Neptune in Aries and all that dreamy energy that is pushing us to dream bigger, to think bigger. And this pink moon, this full moon in Libra, is about that. It's about where you can dream bigger with clarity, with certainty, with full color and scent and emotion. Really put together a picture of what it is you want and clear the road to receive it. Now, oftentimes when we talk about clearing the road, clearing space, releasing things, we're talking a lot about decluttering. But something beautiful about this full moon is that how you're going to clear things, how you're going to let things go, is by filling yourself with such high vibe energy, with such luxurious, beautiful stuff, filling your home with beauty, filling your life with beauty, filling yourself with love to such a degree that everything else just falls away. This is where we have come in this year. We have really gone through it. So many things retrograde, so many Mars and Venus and all these things, which are all wonderful lessons and upgrades. But now it's like, let's glow. So if you want to encapsulate this pink moon, let's go and let's glow. I want you to glow. I want you to go for the things that you want. I want you to see things so clearly and just lean in and start making them happen by activating yourself with so much love. So one of the first things that I suggest you do in terms of filling your life with love and abundance is to find a new creative outlet, or to really lean in to a creative outlet, to explore things much more deeply in some topic that you are just fascinated by, that is a creative outlet for you. It might be cooking, and you start taking new cooking classes, or you start learning new techniques or trying new recipes and really refining them. Or you start a new art project, you start lots of art projects, you start learning new techniques, refining things, learning new tools. It's amazing what happens when you commit to getting certain things done. When you commit to reaching a new level, all of a sudden, all the tools and all the things you need will start to come in. It's very easy these days to get started on a passion because there's information everywhere. I did a little experiment the other day, and I had a painting that I saw that I wanted to know if I could make it, and I felt a little intimidated by it and overwhelmed. And I don't really do this because I'm not BFFs with AI. I really like to keep AI this far away from my life, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put it in ChatGPT and see what it says. It told me the exact colors and how to mix them. It told me pretty much every technique, every tool that I needed, even the brands of paint and the names of the colors from a painting that was already painted. Like, what? That's how easy it is to be able to know how to start. So even if that's not going to bring you mastery, there is so much available to us to know how to start. So there's no reason why, except for maybe your own feeling that it's extra, you're too busy, there's too much going on, there's too much that you have to take care of, you don't have the extra time, you can't go invest in a painting studio. Start with what you have. Start where you are and start doing things now. And when you do, you won't be too busy. And when you do, all these things will come in. And when you do, all the answers you need will arrive. Please start now. Because if you don't start now, in 6 months when you finally get started, I'm gonna get a message from you and it's gonna say, I wish I started sooner because this was so easy and so fun. So do it. It is going to change your life. If we're going to talk about filling yourself up with the kind of energy that makes all the limitations and all the blocks start to melt away, this is the first one. This Feng Shui method is all about creativity. It's how you manifest more, in my mind, because every time I help people activate their creativity, their crazy biggest dreams, even beyond their wildest dreams, start coming true. I've gotten messages recently of people who have done a Feng Shui program and suddenly made hundreds of thousands of dollars in a month, suddenly had huge things appear, and they don't quite understand it, but they know that they're just unstoppably creative. And it's not because they learned some special technique to do something. It's because they learn to tap into their genius. And that's what we do here. So if you're new here, I'm Dana Claudette. I'm a modern Feng Shui master and founder of the whole Feng Shui method called the School of Intention. And I teach it in the Feng Shui School of Intention certification program, which is now open for registration. If you want to become a Feng Shui pro, there's a link below to join us. When you learn this Feng Shui, you actually do it. You don't study it, think about it, muse about it, you live it. And when you live these principles, life changes, homes change, and invariably you start experiencing things that are wild. It is the most practical, magical thing I've ever experienced in my life, and it is such a thrill to share it with you. So if you are new here, please consider liking the video if you like it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and stick around because there's lots more to come. And for those of you who do want to join us in Feng Shui School this year, it's open right now, and there's a link in the description box again to join us. Now, let's talk about what you can do in your home to make your home magical. First thing, I've already shared a video about making a beautiful potpourri that's very abundant, very full of love, and I'm going to actually link that video because I want you to be thinking about these types of projects. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so lush. I'm going to make a big batch and spread it around my home. I love to put it in the bathroom, put it in the entryway, put it in the bedrooms. I love to give it as gifts in little mason jars. And it's so simple because flowers are in bloom. And so grab some flowers and put them around your house. Get into making bouquets. Whether you buy flowers or you go picking flowers or you have flowers growing or your friends grow flowers, gather up your flowers and make beautiful bouquets. Be creative, be inventive. I love taking just a $10 bouquet of flowers and some extra flowers that I've gathered from just picking them in various places and making a wild bouquet every week. It makes all the difference in your home. Put a bouquet in your bedroom, put 2 in your bedroom, put a bouquet in your living room, put a bouquet everywhere you can, and open all the windows in your house for fresh air. Libra is air. Air brings renewal. Air brings oxygenation. Air calms your nervous system. Air is a big cleanser, and we need space in order to manifest more. So all this fresh air, bring in all these high vibrational flowers if you can. Now, if you're not into flowers, or you can't get flowers, or there's some other reason why, it's okay. Go get fruit. And in fact, fruit bowls are going to be big activators anywhere you put them. You could put a bowl of fruit on your counter. You could put a bowl of fruit on your coffee table. You could put a bowl of fruit on your dining table. You can even put a little bowl of fruit on your desk, depending on how big it is, and it will activate energy. 8 lemons or oranges are more traditional for wealth and abundance, but please don't discount having bowls of apples, bowls of mangoes, bowls of any fruit that is in season that you love, that you're going to actually eat and enjoy. That's what's most important. So I don't want you just thinking about symbolism. I want you to think about energy and what you love and what you will use. Now, another thing to bring this lush energy into your house, because it is a full moon, do a big cleaning. Always clean. Full moon, new moon, just clean. Clean always. But I want you to clean and add some special stuff. So if you are big on cleaning, clean with something that has delightful essential oils. We want to tap into this beautifying power of nature. Now, if you don't have cleaning products that have any scent in them, you might want to add a few drops of your own favorite essential oil. I love adding a little bit of sandalwood or rose or even some jasmine or other essential oils to my cleaning products to make everything glow on a whole new level. Remember, this is a very glowing full moon. Another project you can think about doing while you're cleaning your house is to cut up a grapefruit. And you can actually do this with a lemon if you can't get a grapefruit. So eat 1/2 and use 1/2 to scrub either your tub, your shower, or both. And here's how you do it. You just very simply sprinkle the top with coarse sea salt. And that's it. So you have this citrus, which has acid, which is very, very cleansing. It'll strip a lot of the buildup off of your porcelain, off of your tile, and that's all you need to do. Keep loading up on salt when the salt sort of melts away, and scrub your bathtub, scrub your whole shower with your 1/2 a grapefruit. Once you scrub everything, of course, you could just splash everything with water to give it a rinse like you would any other scrub that you put on your shower or your bath, and it is divine. So this is a wonderful way to enhance your space even more with the power of botanicals. Now, for this full moon, I suggest trying something. Now, usually we set intentions on the new moon, and this last new moon was a big eclipse. So now is a great time to set more intentions. Back on the new moon, I suggested maybe 1 or 2 things that you really want to focus on for 6 months ahead. Now with this full moon, there's a culmination of energy. There's a heightening of energy. There's a new vision that you might have. Again, that clarity, that sense of this is what it is. This is what I'm moving toward. And so it's a wonderful time to use your very clear mind, or your mind that's getting more clear, to channel all the things that you want onto flashcards. And this is a little exercise that I learned from a friend. It's very, very simple. Just get yourself some colored index cards. You can get them online. They're very simple to find. I got ones that have about 6 different colors, and on each flashcard, I wrote a different desire. And I wrote it as though I have it. So I have the best, whatever it is. I have this, I have that, I have this, I have that. And I went through about 25 cards with different wishes for myself, for other people. But a lot of them were my own goals. And a lot of them seemed very difficult when I wrote them down. So I then took all of the flashcards, put them in order of how important they were to me. And I, every morning and every night, flipped through them, going from the very first one, spending a lot of time looking at the first one, thinking about it, going through a lot of time for the first few. As you go through the ones that are less important, you can spend less time looking at, and you just flip through all the different colored flashcards until you get to the end, and then you put your flashcards away and go about your day. Same thing before you go to bed, flip through your flashcards and put them away. And just keep doing this morning and night. You can keep them in a drawer on your nightstand or beside your bed or anywhere where it's convenient for you, really. Just keep doing this. I told you I did it a year ago. I wrote out these things, and at the time they seemed really difficult. And because I put them in priority order, I had the first few that were really big, that seemed totally impossible at the time, but I knew I was going to do them somehow, and all the rest. And I kept flipping through and flipping through and flipping through. And things were good. I was very focused. I felt good about doing the practice, but I have to admit I stopped doing it because I didn't think things were manifesting. I didn't think things were happening fast enough. So I stopped doing it. And I put the cards away. And it was only when I was working on my next level Feng Shui, which is why all this stuff around me is blank, everything new is coming in, that I found them. And I looked through them. And it turns out that the first 4, which were the hardest, which had nothing to do with sort of making money or anything else, they were deep, profound changes. The hardest that I could possibly fathom. They all happened. And I forgot, including my dog Clifford, who I forgot was on there. And I almost started crying when I saw that because I was like, wow, I just abandoned this and it was working. And wow, those hard things happened. And it's very easy in life to focus on what hasn't happened. And when you do something like this and you really put things in priority order, you start to see what really matters, but also you'll be amazed at what can happen. So I'm making a new set of flashcards too, and I'm not going to abandon the practice, and I hope that you don't either. So let's do this and let me know what happens when you do it. And this is a great way, again, to clarify during this full moon what you want and really work on making it happen. So this is a big one. This is going to be radical. This is going to be divine. This is going to be gorgeous. Lots of self-care, lots of self-love, lots of joy, and lots of time making magic happen. Let's make this full moon absolutely spectacular. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Share it with your friends if you want. And please let me know what happens when you do this stuff, because I make these videos just for you to do these things. And if you have success, I love, love, love to hear about it. And for a long time, I know some people have watched and watched and watched and gotten inspired, and they haven't yet tried things. So I challenge you to try just one thing. Maybe scrub your bathtub with your grapefruit and see what happens. My whole thing is experiments, creativity. This is how you make big breakthroughs. So have a lot of fun with this. The whole channel's full of videos for you to explore, and I'll be back soon with more.